Alrighty, guys. Friday broker update, March 6th, 2026. We got some important things, some exciting things to go over here. March Madness Top 64. Congratulations again to all those that qualified. I know there was a lot of people in the runnings, and it was really down to the wire over the weekend when the last qualifications came in. But for those of you that qualified, like I said, congratulations. We have the T-shirts, a little swag, bag with the DAC March Madness T-shirts going out to you guys. So be on the lookout in your mailbox for those. They should be out to you in the next couple business days. So be on the lookout for that. Again, congratulations to you guys. We got some cool stuff going forward. So be on the lookout for those Swagalicious t-shirts. We also have the banner, the headshot banner, as well as the social square. A lot of people that qualified for the in the top 64 have not sent us its support the headshots yet. So if you want this, the banner, the profile banner, as well as the social post, to shoot in a headshot to support at davidallencapital.com. And if we could throw that in the chat as well so people can copy paste if needed, but just a simple headshot, we'll email that back to you with both of those, and you can throw it on your social wall. Everyone should have received the banner or the Zoom backdrops, and I've seen a lot of them in the Zoom here. So those are out, and then we just need to make sure you take advantage of these headshots right here because you have access to them as the top 64 qualifier. This is the updated as of this morning, the top 64 totals right now. So knowing that we're cutting down up here shortly over the weekend. Keep in mind where you're at on here. Congratulations to everybody and all the efforts that even has you in this board right here. If you see your name, for the sake of time, we're not going to read them all out, but we'll keep this up here for a second for everyone to get a quick look at everyone who's here in the top 64 as of now. But just know, 32. If you're not in that top 32, you gotta start climbing, right? A lot of people in the 150, 180 mark. Just a couple certified brokers that get you in that 300, right over 300. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep up the great work. You can see the top 10 there, man. A lot of production right there. I got Pather, Ben Randalls, Nick DeHame. Look at one of our quarterbacks here, James McIntosh. All these guys over 1,000. So it's definitely not over. There's a lot of time left, but make sure you get in that top 32. See DeAnthony Thomas here right on the border. It's one of my boys right there. So hopefully he keeps up the good work. But everyone who's been a part of this, even if you didn't make the top 64, like David mentioned, this isn't going to be the last time we do this. So just encourage those who are running for it, give some support, and just know that we're all doing the same actions every day. So if you're participating, if you're not in the competition, same thing, right? We're here to serve business owners. The local leader journey, we want to make this very, very important and known. If you are a local leader, you're planting your flag as a market leader, please subscribe to the local leader journey. We set this up so that people can follow this. They get an email journey with goals, steps, insights, things like that. To do so, all you need to do is go to dacleader.com. This is where you'll end up when you go there. You just enter some of your personal information, and then an email, phone number that gets sent out to you. And if you haven't, in our LMS, our agency expansion training, that's something that you're going to want to go through as well. If you're planting your flag, obviously the first step is to get a part of the email journey, and then go through that LMS training. If you haven't yet, some of you have, some of you haven't. But I would say, moving into my next slide here, if you haven't done that, it'd be a great time to get all that done before next Tuesday, which is our local leader special event. That's going to be tomorrow. I'm sorry, not tomorrow, next week, March 10th, Tuesday night, 9 to 10 p.m. It's going to be from 9 to 9:30. The meeting itself, they're going to have some live Q&A, which takes up, from 9:30 to the 10 o'clock range. We got some market leader building tips and tools, some updated announcements, as well as, like I mentioned, live Q&A. So this is going to, place to anything and everything, team building, local leader, you want to be there. So bring anything you have. This is meant for, workshop environment. We want people to be able to show up, ask questions, feel like they left the meeting ready to go and inspired and fully equipped to carry out what it means to be a local market leader. Now, Before I go into this last slide here, we had a last minute announcement that we wanted to clarify on the countdown for the top for the DAC March Madness. We had mentioned on an earlier call that it looked like it was an hour short. We realized that the daylight savings time was going to be taking place, so that is why the countdown looked like it was going to end an hour sooner, because we had to make up for the daylight savings time. So everything is all correct. That countdown is live and active. Take that seriously, right? That's the exact moment when things will be calculated. So wanted to clarify that. Now, on this last slide here, just to be transparent with you guys, we look at how we can improve every single client and file that comes in. From a corporate standpoint of, they're doing the work of bringing the clients in. They're obviously, getting in, applying. We can't control what we can't control, which is the reach outs to that client immediately. We expect the broker, if you get an email saying your client, applied and you don't see any traction with that, within 12 to 24 hours, we'll assume that they didn't finish the application or they're not in an underwriting. So something did not get finished here, right? So as a broker, you want to reach out, but we also have, a team of our own that eventually reaches out to them. But we thought, as we say with everything else, when it comes to, any help required, any questions, anything, three-way calls, whatever it is, upline leaders are the ones that really should be, taking control of people in their team if they need help and guiding them to do so. So why not have, we thought of a system where uplines would be informed when people in their downline or in their team have clients that have stalled. So that would, let's say somebody like Matt DeHame would say, "Are you kidding me? Let's get on the hall." Or Nick DeHame, they're working with their teams. If I need, can help my team members in any way, I'll get on a call and let's call them together and let's see, what they need. Because obviously they'll benefit from that override spread, of course, but just for the sake of their team and moving things forward, there's a gap in time which we don't want to pester that client because they could very well just be getting some documents together, or they really did stall, and we want to make sure we do, all of our efforts are as effective as possible. And I have an understanding that we assume, maybe the uplines do want to be involved in that and push some of these through. And obviously, if they're benefiting from it, great. But either way, just to see people, business owners get funded, brokers, reach some new momentum, new success, it all just makes sense. So with this being said, we want to try something new. We actually attempted to set up a poll for you guys to answer whether you think this is something you would think you'd like to see happen, or you're just indifferent about it, or you're saying, I don't really see this necessary. So if you guys can answer, it should pop up on your screen there. Answer this poll. We'll give it a couple seconds, and then we will move on. And while you guys are doing that, I just want to congratulate everybody. I know I've been on here with you guys every day. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this real quick because that's the end of the slides here. Bear with me. It's a little dark. Beautiful. I just wanted to pat everybody on the back. I've been a part of these huddles a lot, being on here every day, kind of hosting things. And I'll just say that in the last, I would say legitimately the last 2 months have just been a lot different as far as the energy, people coming on here, expressing, from a vulnerable spot, things that have changed with them, coming from, being more socially active, and just their stories and how it's in real time affecting their momentum going forward and wanting to get out and be a more part of the impact, and realizing that, you can have a conversation with a business owner and it pumps you up. It literally fuels you to go have the next conversation because it, for some reason your mind didn't conceptualize it the way that it actually happened, which is somebody being really receptive and appreciative that, you thought of their business. And whether they may or may not ever need you, or the Bank Breezy funding platform, it's just good to know that there's people out there saying, hey, if this situation trickles down and we're a really good fit for this situation and we could help you, we got your back. And they appreciate that. And some people, may not realize that until they do so. So these calls are really designed more than anything else for us to come on here, feel like a collective, understand if you're new what we're doing. If you're not new, just hear some of the stories that are going on, day in and day out, and see how this is affecting people in real time. And people like Precious, people like Marquita, coming on here and Mickey, saying, I I was here and I did a couple things, and I may not be to the end goal yet, but I'm sure as heck not where I was when I started. And that's the whole goal of this. So appreciate you guys as always. I'm just, we have the timer set here. I don't know when we'll cut this poll off. Maybe Morgan or Ty, if you think.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm
slowing
trying to see
down
the
a bit.
numbers here. Okay,
It's slowing down a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take these results and go ahead and end the poll. We'll give it another 10 seconds or so in case anyone wants to
beautiful.
throw it back in. All right.
I think the majority is yes here. I
Oh,
see a lot of
yes,
yeses, so
I
that's
know.
good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All
You
right.
guys are
Thanks
like,
for
hey,
voting,
if it's
guys.
gonna help, what the heck, do it, right? Well, we just want to make sure that obviously we take your guys's your recommendations and your thoughts on things pretty seriously, being that you guys are the ones in the midst of it. So um, good to know, guys. We'll definitely take that. Whenever we can reconnect with David, we'll bring up those results. He wanted to hear what you guys thought about that, and then I'm assuming next week we'll come back with some updated information on that. But that's what I have for you guys. I know it was short and sweet today. Remember, next week, Tuesday, DAC local leader event. You're going to want to be there. And between now and then, if you're not signed up to the local leader journey, you want to go to dacleader.com. Like I mentioned, get that knocked out. And again, that agency expansion training is going to set you up great coming into the call. If you've not done that yet, be on the lookout for those t-shirts coming in the mail if you qualified top 64. And if you have not sent your headshots in, which a lot of you guys haven't, I'm looking at the numbers because I'm in charge of making them, so I know who's sending them in and who isn't. If you guys need those, please send those in to support at David Allen Capital, just your headshot, and we'll send you back everything you need.